Hi everyone, I'm Alison Good. I'm a stylist and an educator who is passionate about helping others grow through education. I believe that when we not only understand the technique, but the why behind it, we become more confident artists. Today, I will be demonstrating a soft, textured razor pixie and the techniques behind my approach. Okay, we're ready to start our cut. We went ahead and got our model shampooed and set up for success, got her rinsed and cleaned. So for our pixie today, we are going to get her prepped for success. So we are going to spray in our L'Oreal All-in-One Performer. This has 30 key benefits. We're going to spray our model down, have good saturation. We're going to comb that through. And we're going to start with our sectioning. So we are going to take the top section first. We are going to go from recession to recession, creating a nice horseshoe shape from the highest point, which is the apex. We want to make sure that we have clean sections. I almost did that once. I'm like, whoa, wait a minute. This haircut is perfect for clients that want an easy style that will take less than 5 minutes to get ready in the morning. Want something a little bit more edgier as well. Now that I have our top section clipped off, I'm going to go from the radial parting behind the ears and section that all forward. I'm going to place one of our duckbill clips to keep that section clean and out of the way. Now we have all of our sections, our front two, we have our top section, and we have a clean parting for the back. So first of all, here's our feather razor. This is an excellent tool for detailing, for weight removal, but also giving that soft, piecey look that we're going to use today. So how we start with our tool. So we are going to hold the razor with our index finger at the top, and we're going to push down. We're going to hold it like a Harry Potter wand that we're wanding around. So we're going to place our 3 fingers and our thumb at the midsection of the razor, and we're going to place our front finger towards the blade, like we are pointing where we want it to go. So with our sectioning here, we are going to start at the crown and make a straight guide down, pushing away excess hair that we are not using for our section. If the hair is too much and uncontrollable, use an extra duckbill clip to section that out of the way. Here's our first section. So in our consultation, we've talked about length, what our expectations are for ease of styling. For this mannequin, she wants it nice and short. So we're gonna take our first guide. We are going to hold our finger as we're pointing and telling that cut where we want it to go. We're gonna have good, even tension. We're going to make sure that the hair does not go past that second knuckle. We're gonna start our first cut. So Before we even get started, we're going to look at where the weight of the hair lies. Looks like in this section here, it's very even, but the main bulk is here in the crown. So we're going to go in and do a little bit of weight removal before we make our first length cut. So we're going to lightly go in and take a little bit of weight out before we make our first cut. You can see there, it's nice and light. Then we're going to cut towards us. We are going to point our finger down towards us, like we're telling that hair to say, here, come towards me. There's our first cut. Determine that this is the appropriate length for the guest, and then we can move further down the section. We're going to look for weight. In this section, we're not seeing a whole lot, so we're going to see where our previous guide is, and we are going to take the hair, nice even tension, and tell that hair to say, hey, come towards me. For the nape is a tricky spot. We need to ensure that our body position is comfortable at all times. The client is only with us for a brief moment. So we are going to ask the client to gently place their head down so that we can get an adequate and clean section towards that nape. Typically, the nape has a little bit extra hair, so we're going to do a little bit of weight removal in that nape section. So again, we've got our finger placed. We're going to go through and lightly remove some weight. Checking our hand position, we see where our guide is. We're going to remove a little bit more length. Okay. Here's our starting guide. Okay, now that we have our guide established, we are going to start to move around the head. So I am going to start here on my right side, taking another clean section, using our clips to keep and ensure that that section is nice and clean. From our guide, we are going to break that in half, pushing the other hair out of the way. And we are going to be using a traveling guide for this cut. So we are going to place that hair into our new created section. Making sure that our body position is appropriate, that we are standing in front of that section. Our section is clean. We have good tension. And again, we're going to check for weight. So here we can see that this is a little bit heavier as well. Taking our razor, we're going to go through and create a little bit of weight removal. That weight removal will also create that softness. Here is our guide at the top. Again, we're going to take that and we're going to tell that hair to say, hey, come towards me.
I've been a customer long enough for Dawn that I can, feel nauseous.
Okay. Now that we've made our second cut, we still want to ensure that the mannequin is properly saturated. So as we move, the hair does dry naturally. So we do want to make sure that everything stays saturated and consistently saturated through the cut.
Standing up through the sunroof.
Nice solid tension. Doing a little bit of soft weight removal and cutting down.
I'm gonna be serious.
Following our traveling guide. Looking for that weight. Checking out that softness as we go. Now onto our last section. Bringing that clean, even tension back towards us. Looking for that weight. Creating that softness and telling that hair to say, hey, come towards me. Okay, now that we have that back section complete, we're going to look for the length on the nape. Making sure that that client's head is tilted down. We can do one of two things. We can use our razor to trim the perimeter of the hair, or we can use our shears, depending on how blunt or soft that they like that perimeter to look. For this look, we are going to use our razor, and we are going to lightly feather down. To give that soft, diffused line. To recap today's demonstration with our soft textured pixie cut, the products that we used today were our L'Oreal All-in-One Performer and our Flex Depolish to achieve our lightweight, matte, textured style. We used our Feather Light razor, and we really just went through and made this soft, easy to manage for our clients, a style that performs in under 5 minutes to get our clients out the door on time to work. And it really gives that trendy style. I just want to thank you so much for your time today. I really look forward to joining the L'Oreal Professional Education team and joining the Artist Immersion class. My name is Alison Good, and I appreciate your time.